When somebody comes into my office to apply for a mortgage, I'll often be in the middle of something else, and I might have to have them wait for me for a few minutes. In my lobby, I have copies of Kiruv-oriented Sfarim. People will pick these up while they're waiting for me and leaf through them. And if I see that I have a potential client, so to speak, I may encourage them to take the book with them. Closing presents for my not yet from clients often will be a Kiruv-oriented Sefer, Gateways to Judaism by Rabbi Becher, or something along those lines.
My father-in-law lived and breathed Ahavat Yisrael.
My father would always differentiate between a living and a livelihood. For a livelihood, he would work. But his passion, what he did for a living, was reach out to Klal Yisrael.
I think his mission was to make every Jew feel proud that he was a Jew. He knew how to focus on a person to see what would bring out the happiness of religion in that person. That was his great concept.
He wanted to teach all of Klal Yisrael. He had a dream to build an empire of teachers. He would use every medium that he could, whether it was social media, or just meeting people, or the Shabbos table.
I met Rabbi Winiarz through Facebook, so it was introduced totally in a non-religious way. When I started talking to him, I was kind of surprised, because I had thought somebody of that level of frumkeit would be a little more rabbinic.
People love talking to him, and everywhere, all over, people asking questions. They love his wit, his simchas hachaim, his love for other Jews. They felt it. They felt loved by him. We all felt loved by him.
He loved reaching out to other Jews because he cared about them. He wanted them to have that same wonderful life that he had. He knew that Yiddishkeit was wonderful, and he wanted to share that with other people.
I think he was non-judgmental. In other words, there are many people who, when they see a person who's not religious, they'll criticize him, but to him, that didn't faze him. He just felt it was a lost soul, somebody who's looking for meaning, and he tried to inspire them.
He got to know this woman who worked behind the counter in CVS that found that she was Jewish, not from. She was expecting, and she told my father that, she was going to have a boy. So my father came in and said, to our house and said, we have, 6 months to convince her to have a bris.
And when she had the boy, she had a medical circumcision. She had no religious circumcision. And it broke his heart. He felt terrible about it.
My father passed on, and during the Shiva, this couple comes with their little baby to the Shiva house.
She told my mother, I want to honor your husband, Rabbi Dovid Winiarz. I want to honor him. I want to do a proper bris milah for my son, who's now 6 months old.
And she said, now I feel so bad that I didn't listen to him about the bris. I never gave my son a Jewish name. I would love to name my son after Rabbi Winiarz. So I said, I got a great idea for you. Why don't we do it? When does the Shiva end? The Shiva ends Sunday morning. Let's transform this house, which is a house of mourning, into a house of happiness. Let's do it Sunday afternoon.
I was the Sandik, and my brother gave the Kriyas Shem. He named the baby after my father. I think it was quite a wondrous thing to watch how the events unfolded and to actually see the success of some of our labors. It's quite a moving experience.
It is a great comfort to know that so soon after he's gone, there's a little adorable, gorgeous baby boy that carries his name.
Now this little boy will be connected to Rabbi Dovid Winiarz forever.
The Abba fulfilled his tafkid in this world. And we definitely miss him, though. We miss him a lot.
When I put on tefillin for the first time, the tefillin that he connected me with, I felt an inner spark that I had never felt before. And it just made me feel completely renewed.
He built a legacy. He built a legacy for generations to come. His positivity, his wit, his love for Klal Yisrael is forever going to permeate to the rest of the family and hopefully to everybody he was in touch with.
As Jewish people, it's our responsibility to pierce through the darkness that is the world, that is the craziness of the world in a world gone mad that we live in, and set the right example. It's not a matter of being better, which we're not. It's simply a matter of having a different responsibility. Let's be the lighthouse. Let's set a good example.